Another situation in which the foot in the door technique was probed could be very interesting for the so-called pick-up artists, because in the study by Guiguin and colleagues, which was published in 2010 in the journal Psychological Reports, and the study has the title Foot in the Door Technique Using a Courtship Request, a Field Experiment. Because in this study the goal was to invite a girl for a drink using the foot in the door technique. And therefore 360 women aged 18 to 22 years were approached by a 20-year-old confederate using different strategies. One group of girls was first asked whether they had light. So they were approached and the confederate said, "Hello, I'm sorry to bother you, but would you have a light for my cigarette?" In another foot in the door condition, the girl was asked for directions. "Hello, I'm sorry to bother you, but I am looking for the Place de Libération." And if the girls responded positive to this foot in the door request, what almost all did, they were in the next step asked if they would have a drink with the confederate. So the confederate said, "Are you busy now? If not, we could have a drink together if you have some time." Well, what do you think? What was the success rate? With this little opening question, asking for light or asking for directions, the compliance rate was about 15%. But what was the success rate without the foot in the door technique? What was the success rate in the control condition in which the girls were immediately asked for a drink? Well, in this condition, only 3.3% were willing to have a drink with the confederate. So they had to ask 30 girls until one agreed. And one reason why the foot in the door technique probably worked that well in this context is that it also creates familiarity. So if a girl gets asked on the street from a stranger, "Well, let's have a drink," of course she has her guards on, of course she's a little bit careful. So it's quite natural that she doesn't agree. But if she gets the feeling that she already knows the other person at least a little bit, because of their former interaction, which was, for example, "Well, can you explain me where do I find the Place de Libération?" And with this little interaction she already realizes, well, this is just a normal guy, this is no rapist you have to be afraid of. I'm single, he seems to be a nice guy. Well, why not? Let's have a drink.